Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Noodle Journey where I'll be reviewing Prima Taste's Laksa LaMian. Yes, we're checking out another product from Prima Taste here after I awarded their Singapore curry variety a perfect 10 score a while back. This time around we're looking at a different kind of curry called laksa, which if you're unfamiliar like I was, is a Southeast Asian curry soup commonly made with coconut milk, shrimp paste, and chili pepper. So yes, this is expected to be a little spicy, and there are some other cool flavors in this one that distinguish it from the Singapore curry LaMian. More on that in a second. As with the other Prima Taste products, expect to find this in a 4-pack around $10 to $15 online or at your local Asian grocery store. This was $10.99 at my favorite Asian market, and just like the Singapore curry variety, I think this is a great value given the noodle quality that we already know and love. I've seen this priced as high as $20 on certain online storefronts, so please shop around if you can. I'll have some verified purchase links in the description. If you want to hear me drone on about my history with curry, please check out the Singapore curry LaMian video. There is no need to rehash all of that here, so let's just do some quick packaging inspection before we get to cooking, because I am really itching to try this. So yeah, this package contains coconut milk and shrimp just like the other one, but instead of just having a shrimp paste, we've supposedly got some dried shrimp in here too, in some form. The ingredients don't say anything about a curry powder in here, but there is some curry adjacent stuff like turmeric, chili powder, and laksa leaf, which I looked this up before filming, is a Vietnamese herb similar to coriander or mint. There's also lemongrass and galangal, and I don't want to bore you with ingredients. My advice with curries is always to double check that you don't have a strong aversion to any of these ingredients before you buy it. Each bag has 2 servings, but you know you're going to want to eat this in one sitting. The sodium is way higher than it was in the Singapore curry package at 2,270 milligrams, or 99% of your daily allowance. So have a glass of water on hand for these. So inside the package is a block of those amazing LaMian noodles, a laksa paste, and a powdered packet, which is where the dehydrated coconut milk is. I already talked about the ingredients that are in both of these. I'm starving. Let me go cook. And I'm back. So while I stir this, let me warn you that when you put this in your cooking vessel of choice, the laksa paste has a very strong seafood odor. However, don't let that scare you. Take it from someone who's cooked with shrimp paste and anchovy paste extensively in the past that just because it smells fishy when you add it, it doesn't mean that it's going to taste like that. Not only are there other things in that paste, but you're mixing it with the powdered coconut milk, and the act of cooking seafood and combining it with other things causes chemical changes in it. Now that I can smell this cooked, I can say with almost absolute certainty that it isn't going to taste the way it smelled at the start. There's no need to panic. All right, enough stirring. It's not surprising that, once again, this presentation is top-notch. If you're a seafood curry aficionado, you're going to love the way this smells. Let's dig in. Wow. All right. To start with, since these are the same noodles I gave a 10 out of 10 in the Singapore curry soup, no surprise here, they are also 10 out of 10 noodle. The texture is perfect. They're thick, they're just the right kind of chewy, and I still maintain that these are the best round wavy noodles I have ever had. How spicy is this? So chili pepper paste is the 3rd ingredient on the package, and so you would think that this would be as spicy as I rated the Singapore curry, but it's really mellow. You've got the powdered coconut milk packet calming it down, but I don't think the underlying paste is actually as spicy as the other product was. I think I can very safely give this a 2 out of 10 on the spiciness scale. It's there, but just barely. Spice novices should be able to handle this. So on to the flavor. The sweet taste of coconut and shrimp is a hard combo to beat. It's sweeter than the curry variety, but not cloyingly sweet. And there's an abundance of other spices giving this some great depth. The lemongrass is not too strong. It gives just a little herby acidity to the broth. There's a good amount of salt enhancing the flavor without coming off as overly salty. And there's some nice oniony flavor from some shallots that I noticed in the ingredients as well. Plus, I think these are little dried shrimp, like the package said. I wasn't sure if they were going to be powdered or whole, but yeah, they're in there. They give you some additional concentrated shrimp goodness, the couple that I picked out, and a little texture. So this is a really nice bowl of noodles, super comforting, ridiculously tasty. Overall, this is difficult to score because I'm comparing it in my head to the flavor of the Singapore curry, which was perfect. Is this perfect like that one? You know what? Hell with it. This is also a 10 out of 10. I think this is pretty perfect. So this is awesome, truly. This is another one that I'll be keeping stocked in my pantry in the future. If I had to choose between the laksa or the curry for a quick meal, it would probably just come down to how much spice versus seafood I'm craving. The authentic shrimp flavor is what really makes this one stand out. If you don't eat seafood, of course you should stay away from this. If you do eat seafood and like just a little spice and coconut, this is an easy recommendation, and you should seriously go buy some right now. The curry is not overpowering, and this just all really works together harmoniously. Like, if you're someone who gets coconut shrimp on the regular at restaurants, this is probably for you. The package advises that you can throw some extra stuff in here, like cooked seafood, cooked chicken, hard-boiled eggs, bean sprouts, fried tofu. I would imagine that adding cooked shrimp to this is a no-brainer given the flavor profile, so that's a super easy way to turn this into an even bigger meal. While Prima Taste does make many other products, sadly due to USDA import restrictions, I think, it looks like the only other kind I'm currently able to buy locally is their chili crab soup. Unless something changes, of course, so be on the lookout for that review once I pick up a pack of those. Until then, I hope you'll give this a try, because Prima Taste is really knocking their instant noodle game out of the park with their laksa and curry varieties. If you have any questions about the flavors, or if you've tried these, please leave a comment. And as always, please like and subscribe to continue on this ever-surprising noodle journey with me.